Hey, Busy Moms. Welcome to Busy Moms Yoga. I'm Megan, your host. Thank you so much for joining me today for this quick but effective flow. We're going to focus a lot on the hips, a lot of twisting today, lots of spine work. Hopefully, leave here feeling nice and relaxed in the back, especially. I have a set of blocks, totally not required for today, but certainly can be helpful. We're going to get into some half splits. Some low lunges. I like to use my blocks for that. Totally optional, totally up to you. If you have them, doesn't hurt to put them to the side. Okay, but when you're ready, we're going to get started in a child's pose today. So get yourself nice and comfy and set up for these next moments on our mat. Bring your knees to the outer edges, big toes to touch. And when you're ready, start to walk the hands out. This is early, so I'm going to prop a block under my forehead just to start. You can try it if you'd like, if you have one. Totally not necessary. You can also bring your forehead down to the mat. But let's take a moment here to arrive, to connect. Bring our awareness to the breath. Start to slow everything down. Nice big full breaths in through the nose, filling up the lungs. Feel your chest expand closer to the mat. Let your belly fill up. And maybe set an intention for our practice today. If you've taken some of my other classes, you know that gratitude is always a welcomed intention. Even if you're just grateful for yourself, finding this time on your mat today. A few more breaths here. Sinking the hips a little closer to the heels. And releasing any tension in the back and shoulders. Notice if you're holding on to anything in your face, in your jaw, and just let it go. Melt into the mat for just a few moments here. If your eyes are closed, start to flutter them open. Lift the head up first. Start to shift the weight forward. We're going to come into a tabletop position. Shoulders stacked over the wrists. Hips stacked over your knees. Nice flat back here. Kind of gazing down towards the top of your mat. And we'll take a few rounds of cat-cow. So when you're ready, inhale, drop the belly. Arch your back, lift your gaze. Exhale, round the spine. Bring the chin to your chest. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Really pulling that belly button up towards the spine. Inhale. And exhale. Should feel good in your back. Maybe one more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Come back to that neutral tabletop. We're going to take it to a modified side plank. So shifting your right hand towards the center of the mat, dial the right toes out to the side. Left toes come towards the back of your mat and left arm reaches up straight or maybe overhead, bicep by your ear. Just keep that shoulder stacked on top of your wrist. No leaning back or leaning too far forward. Just maintain that nice alignment in the arms. Send the hips forward. And if we want to wake up the core a little bit, maybe lift that left foot up off the mat a few inches, flexing the foot, feel your core turn on. An option here to keep your foot up off the mat or drop it back down. We're going to take it to some little mini twists here in our modified plank. So with your left hand, as if you were turning to twist to hand something to the person behind you, and then rise back up. And the twist is all from the torso. You're twisting the spine, feeling this in the obliques. Exhale as you twist. Inhale, rise back up one more time. And reaching up. Now I'm going to switch to the other side. Option to just come back onto all fours before you switch to the other side. I'm going to take it to the back of my mat just so you can still see me. This time left shoulder stacked over the left wrist. Right toes are towards Well, now they're at the top of my mat. Maybe they're at the bottom of yours still. Either way, we're reaching the other way. Maybe lift the right toes up off the mat this time. Feel the side body turn on. Squeeze the core, squeeze the glutes. And option to keep that foot up off the mat or maybe drop the toes back down as we twist. Big inhale here, reaching up. And exhale, twist, passing something to the person behind you. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, twist. Try to keep those hips up. Don't let the hips sink down as you twist. Exhale. And one more time, reaching up nice and tall. And exhale, send it through. Beautiful. All right. Send that right arm down. Come back to meet me in that tabletop position. From here, tuck the toes, send the hips up and back, downward dog. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. Take any movement that you might need here just to continue warming the body up. Maybe pedaling the legs one at a time. Take your time here, no rush. Just getting the blood flowing. Maybe send the hips side to side. Maybe shake the head yes and no. My personal favorite, coming up onto your tiptoes and then sending the heels back down. Try that a couple times. Really pushing into your mat with your fingertips. Take a little pressure off the wrists. And the next time you roll up onto the toes, keep going and arrive in a plank. Just take any modifications you need to get there. Shoulders over the wrists once again. Hold it here for a big inhale. And then exhale, drop the knees, send the hips back, child's pose. It's okay if your knees are not out as wide as they were when we started, because we're going to flow through this here. And we want to make sure that we can kind of move breath to movement. So send the hips up and back. Full breath here, in and out. And on the next inhale, ripple forward back into that plank. And exhale, drop the knees, child's pose. Couple more times just like that. Inhale, rise up, downward dog. And exhale it out. Inhale, coming forward to that plank. Exhale, child's pose. One more time. Inhale, lift, downward dog. Let it go. Ripple forward to that plank. Hold it here as you inhale. Drop the knees. Exhale, child's pose. We're going to rise back up to downward dog. Don't worry, we're moving on. Start to walk your feet towards the top of your mat. And let's just hang here for a moment in a forward fold. Really think about releasing the head and the neck here. Just when you think you can't release any further, try. Bring your chin a little closer to your chest. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Soften the knees. Might feel your hamstrings turn on just a bit more. Drop your hands back down and we'll start to flow. If you want to use those blocks for low lunges and half splits, have those handy. Take a nice big step back with that left foot arriving into a low lunge. I'm going to grab my blocks right away. Now, whenever we're in a lunge, you absolutely have the option to keep your knee up or keep your knee down. However, for this first introductory, since we're still loosening up a bit, I'm going to ask that you drop the left knee down, untuck the back toes, keeping your blocks at whatever height seems to work for you. Big inhale here in your lunge, sending the heart forward, rising up nice and tall, shoulders back. And then exhale, straighten out that front leg, lifting the right toes, pointing the right toes up towards the ceiling, and just kind of folding over that right leg, feeling that really good hamstring stretch. And let's flow back and forth. So inhale in your lunge, exhale, half split. And you're welcome to stay with me. If it feels good to just hold the stretch in the half split, then go for it. Do what your body wants. Let it feel good for you. Couple more breaths just like this. No rush here. Feel a good stretch in the hip flexor. And meet me back in that low lunge. When you're ready, keep the blocks handy. I'm going to put mine to the side just for now, but do keep them nearby because we are going to come back to them in just a moment. Tuck the back toes, lift that back leg up. Sorry for my back here. I'm going to plant my left hand down, take it to a low lunge twist. So twisting to the right, reaching my right hand up towards the ceiling. Let your gaze follow your hand if that feels okay on your neck. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core, feel the legs engaged. One more big inhale here. Exhale that hand back down. Get your footing, maybe hop that back foot in just a little bit. And when you're ready, we're going to rise up to a high lunge, lifting the arms up overhead. Big inhale here. And exhale again, sorry for my back. We're going to take it to a revolved lunge. So twisting to the right side and extending one arm towards the front, one arm towards the back. Twisting around that spine. Squeeze the tummy, squeeze the legs together. Big inhale, back up to center, high lunge. Exhale, open up to warrior two. And we're going to take it to a side angle. So keeping your bottom half exactly as is. Bring that right forearm to inner thigh, or maybe drop a block. Try not to dump all your weight into that right hand. Just using their fingertips there as a little bit of support. Left arm reaches overhead. And maybe bring your gaze up towards the ceiling using your right arm to open up that hip. And breathe. One more big inhale here. And exhale, cartwheel the hand down. Bring that block out of the way. Big step up with the left foot. And we hang here for a moment. Once again in that forward fold. Maybe grab opposite elbows again. Give yourself a little sway. Let the hands come down to the mat. Let's take it to a half lift. So inhale, lift halfway, flat back, look towards the horizon. Exhale, fold, and we'll take it to the other side. So stepping back with your right foot this time. Starting in that lunge, drop the right knee. I'm going to grab my blocks, and we're going to take it to the lunge half split flow. So starting in your lunge, feeling that good stretch in your right hip flexor this time. Heart comes forward, bring the shoulders back, big inhale here. And exhale, straightening out the left leg, pointing the toes up towards the ceiling and folding over that left leg. Same options as before. Inhale, coming forward. If you want to flow it with me, breath to movement. Exhale, send the hips back. If it feels good to just hold it here in this half split, that is totally okay. Everybody loves a good hamstring stretch. I can never get my hamstrings stretched enough, but I do love a good flow too. So totally your choice. And one more time, send the hips back. And arriving back in that lunge, again, optional to move your blocks or maybe keep a block under your right hand. Tuck the right toes, lift that knee up, and we take it to a twist. Really twisting around, as if you could twist your body around your spine. Not so much from the neck, from the whole spine. Exhale the hands back down. Take a nice breath. Get your footing. Rise up when you're ready. And exhale into that revolved lunge. So twisting to the left side this time. One arm towards the front of the room, one arm towards the back. Nice strong legs here. If you start to shake like me, embrace the shake. It's how we get stronger. Inhale, back up to center to start. And once again, I apologize for my back. Warrior two. Keeping a nice open hip here as we extend through side angle. Again, same options as on the other side, if I could get my block here. Either bringing your forearm to that inner thigh or dropping a block down, reaching overhead with the right. Maybe lift your gaze and breathe. On your next exhale, bring both hands down to the mat. Step up with the right foot. Hang heavy here for a moment in our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Cross the legs. We're going to come down to a seated position on our mats. And I'm going to adjust so that you can see me. Sitting up tall here in a nice easy seat, Sukhasana. Start to let the heart rate come down a bit. Drop the shoulders away from the ears, sitting up nice and tall, finding length in the spine. Inhale, both arms up to center. We'll take it to a seated twist. Twisting to the right side, right arm comes behind to support the spine, left hand to the right knee. Inhale, we rise up nice and tall, and exhale, we twist. Maybe bring your gaze over your right shoulder if that feels okay on your neck, but keeping the twist mainly from your spine, not from your neck. Inhale, back up to center, and exhale, other side. Same rules apply here. Lengthening the spine as we inhale, sitting up a little taller, and exhale, twist. Inhale, both arms back up to center, and exhale. Let's take it down to a supine position, so lying on our backs. Take a moment when you arrive, keep your feet flat on the floor, one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Take a few breaths here. And relax any tension you may be feeling in your shoulders, your hips. And just breathe. Bring your arms down to your sides. We'll take it to a bridge pose. So scoot your feet as close to your hips as you can. Nice inhale here, lying down. And on the exhale, tilt the pelvis forward and start to roll up as if you could lift one vertebrae at a time up off the mat. Hold it here for just a couple breaths. Squeeze the glutes. All the weight is in your heels. Maybe shimmy your shoulder blades underneath you just a bit more, gives you a little more height. One more big inhale. And exhale, again, nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. We release back down. Bring your right knee into your chest. Let your left leg go out nice and long. Maybe roll the ankles a little bit here. And I know we're doing a lot of spinal rotations today, but I just cannot close out a yoga practice without a supine spinal twist. Just feels so good to me. So when you're ready, inhale the knee into your chest. Exhale, crossing it over to the left side. Right arm extends. Maybe bring your gaze to the right side as well. Just wring out all the tension you may be feeling in that spine. Slowly return to center. Bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. Roll out that low back. And this time, keep the left knee and let your right leg extend out nice and long. And maybe roll the ankle on this side as well. Big inhale on this side and exhale. Crossing the left over to the right. Left arm tees out to the side. Maybe bring your gaze over that left shoulder. And just melt into the mat. Release anything else you might be holding on to. Bring both knees into your chest. Once again, a little side to side sway. Maybe send both feet up to the ceiling for happy baby. You can reach behind, grab your hamstrings, grab your shin or the back of your shins or your calves, or maybe the outer edges of your feet. Keep the whole length of your spine glued to your mat. And any movement here that you want to take, maybe some rocking side to side, maybe extending one leg out to the side. And if you do that, make sure you hit the other side as well. And coming back to center, bring the knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. I'm going to bring the soles of my feet together to close out today. If you want to take it to a regular Savasana, please feel free to do so. I like to sometimes close out in a reclined bound angle. Just feels good on my hips. One hand on the heart, one hand on your belly. And breathe, just being grateful to yourself for finding this time, this gift. And hopefully you feel better than when we started. And if you do, that's wonderful. Keep coming back for more. Feel free to leave me any comments. Tell me what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see more of. I will do my best. You're welcome to stay here in our Shavasana for a few more moments if you have the time. And if you're not, if you're with me, if you've got a million other things to do today, I totally get it. And join me up in a nice, comfortable, easy seat. One last time, we'll close out with 3 collective breaths. When you're ready, big inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale through center. Again, inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale. One more time, biggest breath of your day. And let it go. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. You can follow me on Instagram. I'll let you know when I post my new videos. And I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye.